Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, doing a lift for Off the Board. Crystal Barrett has organized a really incredible array of ladies who are doing a monthly lift and publishing them on the last Wednesday of the month. So I'm doing this lift today, and I really apologize. When I saved it, I did not save the original designer, and so many apologies, but I love it because it's very deceptively simple and yet has lots of layers, lots of texture. Yeah, not to mention there's a doily there on a boys page, even titled Our Boys. I like the distressed layers of paper, and then the doodles on the banners, and I really like these little circles with tiny embellishments, so I'm going to try to stick with as many of those elements as possible. What I've assembled here, first of all, these are 4 photos smooshed into one of my 4 grandchildren this homecoming weekend, and it was great. All of them had dozens of activities. This is Ava, who has a reprieve from chemo and so was feeling wonderful. She went to the parade and stayed for the entire football game, sitting there asking her dad questions about it, recognizing when the quarterback could have passed to her brother because her brother was wide open and he didn't. He passed to somebody else and they lost yardage. She caught on to all of that, bless her heart. And look at that smile. And Allie is her half-sister on her mom's side, and she's been calling me grandma since she was 4. And she had shaved her hair off and had a rather viral YouTube video of doing it, and she's just colored it to the same color my hair is. And she's part of the chorus, and she sang the national anthem and then stayed for the football game and came around and heckled us at the game. This is Barrett, who was playing the game, and then the next day went to the dinner and dance and with his girlfriend and his older sister Katie. These are Ava's half brother and sister on her dad's side, and this is Katie and her friend Kayla, and they went to the senior dance. They're both seniors, and the seniors went to a different dance from the freshmen, or party. I think there's some distinction between party and dance, and I have to say I'm an old grandma and I don't understand the distinction, because in my day there was just one thing, and it was after the football game, and this was actually the next day to give the guys a chance to dress up to actually match the dresses of their dates. So go figure. Anyway, I'm using everything in my supply list here is from my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit, and it's based on various Vicky Boutin collections. And I've got assembled some embellishments here. I've got some journaling strips. I need to get them in the right order. And I've got, well, as I mentioned, I really love that the papers are distressed, and I could see a lot of depth between that bottom distressed layer, and it seems to be supporting everything else. So I've actually put some foam on the back, and I'm as dedicated as I am to using scraps in, scrapbooking. I am dedicated to using scraps of foam as well. So I have my little bucket of foam here. Let me kind of put that there. I love this background paper. It's not just plain craft paper. It's actually type printed with greetings, hi, howdy, aloha, all kinds of things. And it's got some smooshes of pink on it, so I thought it would be a perfect background for this. My doily is a little bigger than the one that I'm lifting, but I'm thinking that doesn't matter. I'm going to lay it there. Let me kind of do this, yes. What I want is a little bit of it sticking out here and this other sticking here, but you can kind of see that. So this, I think, goes here, and it's actually going to be my backdrop for my photo, my mat for my photo. It's not cut exactly evenly like a mat because I want it to look like one. These are my banners. Now, in the this design, she showed how she really didn't have scraps that were long enough, so she cut them and just kind of stuck them above and below. And I didn't have to do that because my scraps were longer. So I'm going to do the doodling, and it's really just going to be very kind of casual. I'm going to do it double so that my lines crisscross, and I'm not doing anything special. I am trying to keep it in frame because that's a known problem for me. So let me get it up in here. And what's kind of weird is that when I put it that far away from me, I tend to draw straighter lines, and it doesn't do the crooking in and out that I do when I do it close. Okay, so that one's done. Let me do this one. This is just the reverse side of this, and I've got kind of boy colors and girl colors here, not really getting real distinctive, and they don't all have to match. There was nothing in my Vicki Boutin collection or in any of my my How to Kill a Kit with Style kit that reflected either the dark teal of Barrett's outfit or tie and his date's dress, or the lavender or periwinkle or purple of Kayla and Katie's dresses. So I just kind of pulled bright colors that would look good with periwinkle and purple, and you know, that would be any colors at all. And I like that they're set, that the brightness kind of seems to really come out because they're set on that craft color background. Okay, so that's done. Let me get this glued down. I did not put foam on the back of it, but I think I want to. So again, let me get a few scraps here. That down, and put that down, and let me get a wider scrap. I love this pattern that I'm covering up here, and I hope I have a little bit of that paper left, and I hope to use that on my next layout that I do for How to Kill a Kit with Style. I'm going to bring this down a bit so that we've got some room up here to do some embellishing. I'm going to lay these things overlapping like this. Kind of like that. And this one is shorter, so I'll bring it down. Kind of go about halfway over, which I think is what's done in the original. Okay, and I did put foam on the back of the photo because what foam does when I leave a little border, of course you all know it not only lifts it up and gives it dimension, it actually gives you room to tuck things, tuck embellishments in and around. Okay, so that's done. Now the embellishing part may take a minute. I wanted to use this flower. This is half a flower that I embellished as part of a Getting Messy segment at the How to Kill a Kit with, or the Secret Not Secret Kit Club party this weekend. I'm not sure whether I want to put it behind there or behind the photo? I think I'm going to go with behind the photo. And I'll let the little stamens, I guess those are, show. I've also got this little frame that I'd kind of like to tuck under there, maybe offsetting. It's got a cute message, and what I want to do is layer. I want to make a trio of items, of embellishments there. So I'm just going to tuck that under. I'm really not even going to bother to glue it, because when I put this on, I think it's going to glue it down. Let me do that. There. Okay. So that kind of attaches it, and it serves to lift it since I overlapped it here. And the only other way I could have gotten that lift is to put foam underneath it, and that's kind of a lot of trouble. So, okay, there's an arrow in the original, and it's much shorter than this arrow. At the risk of appearing as though I'm pointing to Allie, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. It may end up looking like I'm pointing to Ava. I think it does. I'm covering up Allie's CHS class of 19, and I'm covering up, I don't want to cover up Katie's pretty dress. Let me see if I can do that. I'm going to just kind of take a leap there and go with that. And I've got this little thing that could add some pink, and I think I'd like it right there. I'm just kind of trying to add in some colors that, so that it looks like, quote unquote, all the colors. And so that it doesn't make it look, see if this makes any sense at all to you. It doesn't look like I wasn't able to match the purples and blues. It looks like I just used a whole bunch of colors, and those are kind of just a couple of them. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is, so that I don't, when I doodle on the background, I won't cover a spot that I had meant to do my journaling. So I'm going to do this here. It's all of my strips are raised on foam so that they look a little more important. They don't look quite so flat. There's a little dimension there. And I put the foam in the middle, not so much the entire length of the strip, because I kind of want the ends to curl. And if they don't curl naturally, I'll curl them myself. Here's Barrett. Went to the game and went to the dance. There's kind of a whole culture around what parts of homecoming, or HoCo as it's known, you attend, and there's a kind of a coolness factor implied depending on who you talk to. And we have brothers and sisters and half-sisters and stepsisters and so forth, with different ideas about what that means. Okay, now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw those little circles. I may not draw as many as they have, and I'm going to use these tiny embellishments on this sticker sheet. And I'm going to cut HoCo out of this letter set. And there are some little stars here, so I may use some of that. Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to draw, and I'm hand drawing these, and I may be very sorry I did that. Okay, so there's one. I'm not sure you can see that. Let's go, I'm going to take this kind of wonky looking heart and put it right there and get a teal plus sign kind of up there and a tiny pink heart down here. Okay, so that's one done. There's another kind of little one right there, and it just has one embellishment, and the one embellishment I'm going to choose, I have too many hearts in there. Let me go for one of these stars. Okay, that's good. And then there are some down here in this section, and I've got this. So I'm actually going to do a couple of them right here, both reasonably small. Okay, and I will do a star here, and maybe I think I'll go back and pull that little heart there, and I'm going to look for a plus sign from that same batch. This one is a little different color from the one up there. I'll kind of put that there. Okay, and I think that gives me 3 circles. I was maybe going to do one there, but I think that might be a bit much. The next thing I'm going to do, the last thing I'm going to do actually, is cut HoCo. I've got an H here in the word V. So I'm going to take that out. I'm going to cut the T from it and the E. And I may or may not use those again. So I've got the H there. That's kind of my idea of where I want to put it. And I've got this O here. I do not have a C, but I saw a letter a while ago. Well, okay, let's go with this O, because I've got this O. Well, no, let's do, can I make a C? Let's do it with the tail of this Y. And I'm going to tuck it under there and curl it like that. And then I can use this O right there. Okay, so I've got my title in place. I've got my journaling strips. I think I've got all the layers that my original lift required. I've even included some of those cute little embellishment circles. I don't have quite as many little like kind of word strips and sentiments there, but my frame up here does say live what you love. I've covered it partly with my heart, and by the way, I covered this heart with some glitter paste, and then I used a white pen to shadow the black triangles, so it kind of gives them depth. It makes it look like they stand out. And I used some, it's Viva Decor glitter liner to kind of drizzle around the details of the heart. It works just like Nuvo drops. And so that's done. Love this page. I probably will use this. I can turn it on its side and use it with a vertical photo. I love all of the elements there, all the layers behind. And I think that the doily is a perfect touch for kind of homecoming festivities, both football game and dances and parties. So enjoy. Be sure and check out my description or for a link to Crystal Barrett. And in her on her page, she'll link to everybody who's participating. And even if they're not, she'll have page links for people who have participated, and you can check out all the wonderful inspiration there. So enjoy. Thank you for watching.